Please be seated. I would ask that you please turn off your cell phones and put them on vibrate. Good evening. I am Pablo Arenas, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. I want to welcome you to the Texas Academy for International and STEM Studies first commencement ceremony. Please rise. Please rise and join Edward Lopez in singing the national anthem. Mr. Lopez is accompanied on the organ by Dr. Colin Campbell, Assistant Professor of Music. And gentlemen, please remove your hats. Authorizing Texas A&M International University to create an international academy. 9 years later, in the fall of 2014, the academy opened its doors and the first cohort began taking classes. However, the opening of the academy would not have been possible without the generous support of Mr. Frank Staggs, who is with us tonight. San Antonio, and Dr. Gladys King, its regional dean. Thank you both for your generous support of this program. This evening, we are graduating 40 young men and women who took on the challenge of being the first cohort of students to participate in this unique experiment. From the beginning, they took classes alongside college students and did very well. Several of them are graduating tonight with college GPAs above 3.7. I'm now pleased to introduce the stage party. To my left is Dr. Ray Kent, President of the university. Honorable Dr. Judah Zaffarini, Texas Superintendent. Next to her is Dr. Patsy Uribe, Director of the Texas Academy. Next to her is Mr. Frank Staggs. Next to him is Dan Palacios, Vice President for Institutional Advancement. Associate Vice President for Institutional Advancement. And at the end is Mayela Sadai, Academy Conference. To my right is Dr. Gladys Keene, Regional Dean for the Laredo campus of Next to her is Dr. Manita Hernandez, Vice President for Student Success. Next to her is Mr. Ron Castillo, Vice President for Finance and Administration. And Dr. Thomas Mitchell, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Next to him is Dr. Steve Sears, Dean of the Aaron Sanchez School of Business. Dr. Catherine Whiteman, Dean of the College of Education. And Dr. Jim Walker, Dean of the College of Nursing and Health Sciences. We're also joined by several faculty members, which the students themselves said, these are the faculty members that we would like to have come to our commencement ceremony. If I get the faculty members to please stand and be recognized. Now I'd like Dr. Keck to the podium to introduce Dr. Zaccarini.
Good evening, students, parents, friends, members of the Laredo community, and our South Texas community, our South Texas region. All of us connected with Texas A&M International University, and I think most people who live in this part of the world are accustomed to thinking of this as the place where new and life-altering opportunity and new and life-altering events occur. We are now 21 years since we moved to this campus, and all of us who spend our days here have the tremendous pleasure of repeatedly hearing people who haven't been here before exclaim how beautiful, how well done, how amazing, how unexpected. Today we had Regent Robert Albritton from the Texas A&M University Board of Regents to speak to the university graduation. He had not seen the campus, and he spent his 24 hours with us remarking about how wonderful. Now, the way things get to be wonderful is an interesting question. How is it that you get to something that is truly life-altering and truly amazing, unexpected? Radcliffe Killam said that when the history of the 20th century is written for our part of the world, it will be said that the founding of Texas A&M International University was the most important event in the 20th century. The first time he said that, I thought, that's very lovely. Thank you, Mr. Killam. That's a beautiful thought. 20 years later, I think maybe he may have been right, because the university has this capacity to continue to grow and expand and open new and unexpected doors. Tonight, we're here to celebrate one of the most splendid new arrivals in our repertoire of opportunities for young people. It's not very often that we can trace why something happened as clearly and as easily as we can this. This was a wonderful idea that had been tried in other places, but it really never caught on. How do you get brilliant, truly gifted high school students engaged in the university level? We're very good at helping non-traditional students who are struggling to focus. What do we do for the kids who have the focus, have the drive, have the ambition, have the will, but don't have the challenge? That's what this academy was conceived to answer. Senator Zaccarini heard about the need and crafted a bill which passed, thanks to her, immediately and created the academy. The academy was created to be an ISD, Independent School District. So the official name of this entity is Texas A&M International University Independent School District, just for the academy. By doing that, of course, it means that like all school districts, we get a certain amount of average daily attendance money. However, that money, it was what we were entitled to was a shortfall against what we needed. So Senator Zaccarini writes the bill, gets it passed, creates the opportunity, hands it to us, and we still are a little bit short in terms of the funding. And that's when Mr. Staggs came forward and and provided part of what we needed. And the University of Texas has a science center, Dr. Key and the other part. So this was our senator, a private citizen, and another institution of higher learning. What a more wonderful way to answer the need for how do we serve our most brilliant kids. Who was the author that put all this in motion should surprise no one. She is the one constant in the history of this university. She wrote the bill that created us. The reason all these gorgeous buildings were built quickly, and therefore nobody had time to forget how to do it. Nobody had time to change the style or muck it up. So that original beautiful plan was carried out swiftly. Senator Salvini was in Austin, seeing to it that the money continued to flow. We built at the rate of almost one building a year for 15 years. That's unprecedented in higher education in Texas. Beyond the buildings, she secured the money for the programs. Our PhD in international business, which is the front end of our academic offerings, was not going to happen until the accreditation committee came and met Senator Salvini. One of the members was from New Hampshire, and his comment was, "Why can't I have somebody like this? Would you be considered moved to New Hampshire?" Remember that remark? She has not only helped us have a stage which is unexcelled in its beauty for the kinds of things that you want from your education, she helped us have the money to buy the props to put on the stage, everything you see. So to say that she was the author of this is just to add one more thing that without her today at Texas A&M International, we would be without. With her, we continue to amaze the world that visits. The university is beautiful, the university is strong, and the university is forward-looking and forward-thinking. Senator Salvini, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Keck, for such a warm and generous introduction, and hasn't he done a wonderful job as president of the Thank you to Dr. Mitchell, my friend, and to Dr. Lena for asking me to join you on this very special evening. And of course, please, another round of applause for Mr. Frank Staggs and his generosity. Said so long ago, if you have built castles in the air, that is where they should be. Now put the foundations under them. With these beautiful words, Thoreau wanted to inspire us to pursue the highest ideals, no matter how unrealistic, to dream high, no matter how difficult, and to work hard to realize those ideals and those dreams. He didn't want us to accept life as it was. He wanted us to imagine a better life and to prepare ourselves for it. That is exactly what our graduates have done in the last 2 years, and that is what we celebrate tonight. They have built a castle in the air, and through their study for 2 years, they have put the foundation under it, and they are the pioneering class of the Texas Academy of International and STEM Studies. Congratulations, graduates. We are so proud of you. One of my favorite aphorisms or dichos, no hay mal que por bien no venga. Nothing bad happens without something good coming of it. What was bad and what good came of it? I'll tell you. As the mother of a high school senior, I discovered senioritis. That wasted year, when high school seniors were simply waiting or had received their college admissions and acceptances and realized that the rest of their grades didn't matter. On the other hand, there were too many students who figured that college education was too expensive, they couldn't pursue it, So they didn't have career goals, they were simply looking for a job, and in many cases, low-paying jobs. That was bad. What good came of it? Many of us, including people at this university, decided to do something about it. We collaborated to determine how we could use that year productively for those students. What could we do to engage those students in learning, to ensure that that year was not wasted, to prepare them for a brighter future, to eliminate the financial barriers? And the result? Senate Bill 151, creating the Texas Academy of International and STEM Studies. Thank you to all of you who have participated. Our mission specifically was to establish and to develop an innovative, accelerated curriculum that would challenge our brightest students and prepare them for a brighter future in international studies, in science, technology, engineering, and math, but also to develop a global perspective, to be prepared to live in a global community, and especially to have an opportunity to study abroad. We even wanted them to understand early enough that there was no financial barrier, that where there was a will, there was a way, and that we could ensure that they could pursue and realize their higher education dream. These are the pioneers. Thank you, students, for the risk that you took and for the courage in enrolling for this program. We salute you. We have our critics. And you're not going to like what our critics said, but I'm going to tell you. They said that high school students were too young, too unprepared, too undisciplined, too lazy to carry a full academic college-level load. Thank you, students, for proving those critics wrong. And I especially appreciate it because I would have looked very bad if you had failed us. So we truly appreciate your success, but it did take that courage, and it did take that stamina to succeed. And I know that you must have experienced a shock the way I did when I went from high school to college, and the shock of how much more work was necessary, how much more discipline, how much less time you had to party. We know that that was a shock, but you met the challenges and you succeeded, so much so that we have a 96% completion rate. Only 2 students dropped out. Isn't that amazing? And listen to this. 90% of these students have at least a 3.0 GPA or better. That is impressive. Congratulations. And more than half will study abroad this summer. That is another wonderful opportunity for these students. My perspective is that these students, these graduates whom we celebrate today, will continue to do as well in the next 2 years as they pursue their college degree. I believe that they will continue to outperform the students who cross the traditional bridge from high school to a university. And I believe that they will continue to have the courage to excel regardless of the challenges they face. What I hope is that all of these students will remember the words of Thoreau and continue to dream high, but that in the process, they will continue their collaborative learning. I hope that all of you will continue to work together as a team, studying together, interacting with your professors and with your advisors. But I also hope that you will reach out to the students who will follow you, to help them learn from what you learned earlier, to help them avoid any mistakes that you might have made, to help them understand any pitfalls that they can avoid along the way. But I also hope that in the future, you will commit yourself to supporting our community and your beloved alma mater, that you will do so as a volunteer and do public service, and at the right time, listen to this, at the right time, financially, so that you can contribute to scholarships for other students. Because you are studying in Laredo, you have a wonderful opportunity not only to pursue your higher education at this fabulous university that is so beautiful, but also to ensure that you are bilingual or preferably multilingual. How many of you graduates, would you raise your hands, are already bilingual? Would you raise your hands if you speak 2 languages? That's everybody. That is amazing. Congratulations. But pursue that bilingualism and consider multilingualism. Perfect your English, perfect your Spanish, learn another language, and always remember that we who celebrate you tonight do not want you to be like us. We want you to be better than we are. We do not want you to match our accomplishments. We want you to surpass them. If we who celebrate you tonight are bilingual, we want you to be multilingual, and that is one example. We will continue to be interested in your future and to support you. And as reminders of that, you will find in your packet tonight my certificate of congratulations, and especially a pocket English-Spanish dictionary, so that you can carry it with you wherever you go, and remember that commitment that I'm asking you to make. I love to tell the story about Mother Mouse, and some of you from the stage have heard it before. Mother Mouse was trying to cross IH-35 with her 3 baby mice, and all those 18-wheelers were whizzing right back and forth. Finally, she got to the other side of IH-35 safely with her 3 baby mice. And what do you think she saw? A great, big, puffy cat, ready to pounce on her baby mice. Now the mother mouse, thinking as quickly as any good parent would, reared her head back and she barked. The cat ran away. The mother mouse turned to her baby mice and said, "You see what it takes to be bilingual?" So being bilingual, being multilingual is a worthy goal that you can add to your degrees. And as you dream high, if you have plans to complete 1 degree, I hope that starting tonight, you consider completing a 2nd degree. And if you are planning to complete a 2nd degree, I hope that starting tonight, you will consider planning a 3rd degree. You can do it. The people on this stage did it. I did it. Why can't you? Of course you can. And remember what I said, we don't want you to be like us. If I can be senator, you can be governor. If Rick Perry can be governor, you can be president. Who helped you make this evening possible, and thank the faculty and administrators who supported you along the way. But I hope you will always remember those words by Thoreau. If you have built castles in the air, that is where they should be. Now put the foundations under them. You are now ready to build many more and much bigger castles, and to put stronger and better foundations under them. And I hope you will also live by those words and the words of Thoreau that were equally beautiful when he said, "Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life that you have imagined." Congratulations, graduates. We are so very proud of you.
Sophia Wisner is the daughter of Mr. William H. Wisner and Mrs. Rosalba D. Wisner. Talitha currently has a high school GPA of 103.2619 and a 4.0 cumulative GPA covering 60 hours for Texas A&M International University. During her first year at the Academy, she won TAMIU's Distinguished Reading the Globe Scholarship, the youngest recipient to ever win the essay competition, providing for a university-sponsored trip to India. As a senior, Ms. Wisner joined the university's honors program, taking honors classes and completing extra work and service hours. Talitha writes a monthly column in Rio magazine with features and highlights about health, fitness, and 9 for 17, her student organization promoting veganism as a means of meeting world sustainability and reducing hunger and poverty. In the fall, Talitha will be attending Princeton University on a full scholarship where she will major in political science at the prestigious Woodrow Wilson School of Public and International Affairs. Her plans are to work with the United Nations to assist in passing policies with a focus on the environment, climate change, and food inequality. Recently, Talitha has applied to Princeton's Bridge Year program, which will allow her to postpone her undergraduate studies for a year to volunteer in a developing country for 9 months. This summer, she will travel to Paris under the auspices of the university to study French abroad. I take great pleasure in introducing to you the Texas Academy's first valedictorian, Talitha Sophia Wisner.
Thank you. Dr. Keck, Senator Judith Saffarini, Mr. Staggs, Ms. King, Dr. Mitchell, Dr. Liebed, distinguished faculty, parents, and friends of the Academy's graduating class, thank you for joining us tonight for an auspicious event, the Texas Academy's first ever graduation ceremony. Our best days at the Texas Academy began with an acceptance letter and these words: "Congratulations, you have been admitted to the Texas Academy of International and STEM Studies at Texas A&M International University." Received by each of us, that historical document is the reason we have the privilege to be sitting up here tonight. Seniors, how did it feel to read that letter during the summer of 2014? Despite being accepted, I felt conflicted. After all, the Academy was not always known as one of our most distinguished institutions. In fact, we bore the dubious distinction of being its inaugural class. In the beginning of our journey, there were plenty of skeptics, quick to judge, and students hesitant to commit due to the perils involved in paving new grounds. But standing before you today, 2 years later, I am here to tell you that committing to the Texas Academy was the best decision I have ever made. Our long journey together gave me a chance to renew and achieve my academic goals. It changed the trajectory of my life and granted me access to caring mentors and 39 inspirational peers. During the summer of 2014, the Academy graciously adopted 40 motivated high school juniors and gave us the resources we needed to refine and refocus our educational efforts. It all began at Dusty Camp, where we were coerced into dancing on this stage and unleashing our pride to an auditorium full of real college students. Annalisa spilled her coffee for the first time. Pablo did a backflip, and Roy did the splits. I promise you, we were not your average college freshmen. We were eased into our first day of full classes and given plenty of tough love in Dr. Blackwell's and Dr. Mitchell's courses. This tough love continued throughout our 2 years at the Texas Academy, giving us a sorely needed academic wake-up call, which jolted us out of our teenage reveries and into the awesome world of science and math, but also history, literature, and global issues. Being immersed in this challenging environment called forth our best efforts as scholars. That hard work was celebrated at prom, where Derek threw open the country club's double doors like he owned the place, and Sam reversed gender roles and gracefully rolled into my arms on the dance floor. But my peers are not the only long-suffering risk-takers who have made this epic journey. I wish to mention 2 other important influences without whom none of these students would be graduating tonight. The first group is our esteemed administrators, Dr. Keck, Dr. Mitchell, Dr. Live, Mrs. Saldana, the office staff. They provided what I think was the crucial reason for the program's remarkable success. The office became a meeting place of smiling faces where all the students gathered, stories were shared, and personalities shown. A place to catch up, get centered, and keep going. The second group of folks to thank is our parents. Dads and moms, you are the pattern of your convictions, and you have given us a pattern of patience and support we will never forget. Our journey has been nearly 2 decades long. You led us to this first infallible milestone in our lives, and your role as parents has given us the resolution to continue and prevail in this beautiful, difficult journey we call life. Now, here we are at graduation. Tonight, the Academy lets us go. But before this bittersweet parting, I would like to address my high school peers for the last time. Graduates, what you guys have accomplished, explored, and created in the 2 years since receiving that acceptance letter is yours forever. By now, you may have received a new acceptance letter to begin your next journey. And as you prepare to leave this maroon bubble, take a minute to reflect on that new acceptance letter. Achievement does not come from letters alone, but what you make of them. Make the most of your letter and all of those yet to come, because as Virgil says, optima dies, prima fugit. The best days are the first to flee. Thank you.
Adelie Perkins is the daughter of Mr. Eric and Mrs. Mireya Perkins. She has a high school GPA of 103.5840 and a 4.0 cumulative GPA at Texas A&M International University with a total of 68 semester credit hours. Adelie has participated in several extracurricular activities and has provided numerous hours of volunteer work. Last summer, Adelie participated in the University of Texas Health Science Center Summer Rotation Public Health Research Program alongside universities and professors. This summer, Adelie will travel to Paris, France on a faculty-led study abroad excursion with TAMIU. In the fall of 2016, Adelie will be attending Texas State University as an honor student on a full scholarship. She will major in biology, and her plans are to continue on to medical school after completing her bachelor's degrees. I introduce to you the Texas Academy of International and STEM Studies Valedictorian for the class of 2016, Adelie Perkins.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am honored to be standing here today on behalf of the 2016 Texas Academy graduating class. I would like to start by thanking all the family and friends that have been our support and motivation. Personally, I would like to say thank you to my grandparents for supporting me. Thank you to my tios and tias for being there for me, and my Uncle Jason and Debbie. Thank you to my cousins for always making me laugh. And thank you to my mom and dad for supporting me through all my endeavors, even through the sleepless nights and stressful days. And finally, Sydney, my little sister, thank you for making me smile each and every day. I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for my family. So thank you, and I love you all. Now I would like to thank some of our esteemed guests in attendance here today. Mr. Frank Stacks, we are so grateful for your generous contributions, which have made our education possible, and for your unwavering faith in us, the first class of the Texas Academy. I would also like to thank the UT Health Science Center for their donations, which allowed us to set the foundation of our school, and for the opportunities they have given us to conduct research and work with amazing professors who truly love their fields of study. Next, I would like to extend a gracious thank you to all the TAMIU professors who have taken on the challenge, and I hope rewarding job of educating this ambitious group of high school students. Thanks to these inspiring professors, I believe we are all prepared to continue our educations and earn our degrees. In addition, I would like to thank the person who made the Texas Academy of International and STEM Studies possible, Senator Judith Suffering. If it wasn't for her hard work and dedication into the creation of this school, we would not be here today. And of course, I would like to thank Dr. Ray Keck. He has been instrumental to the establishment of Texas Academy and has embraced our new school with open arms. Dr. Keck has been so understanding and helpful with all the problems and bumps we experienced along the way. He has devoted so much time to this university, and we are honored to be part of this establishment. Lastly, I would like to thank Ms. Candy Hine and Dr. Arenas for their endless support to the Texas Academy and its students. All of these entities have helped to establish the school, but of course there was an extensive amount of work that made the Academy what it is today. In our first year, Ram and Ruth were two amazing staff members that guided us personally and academically. Then, during our second year, we got an entirely new group of staff members that each have impacted us in their own way. First was Rebecca, who has helped us greatly with UIL competitions and events. Then Juan and Ram joined us and brought even more life to the office. I would like to also personally thank Ram. He is such a dedicated worker. He helped me so much with my Youth of the Month application, and he even attended the ceremony of everyone suffering from food poisoning. And last but not least, I would like to thank Lily. Your hard work in organizing our prom and so many other senior activities was amazing. I would also like to thank Dr. Mitchell for everything he's done for us, from introducing us to different cultures around the world, to standing up for us and supporting us in all our endeavors. And thank you, Ms. Saldana and Athena, for 9 months, for your unending patience and unwavering faith in us. I know it must have been tough dealing with us during registration and ranking times, but not once did you show frustration or turn us away when we needed something. Thank you. Finally, I would like to thank the backbone of the Academy, Dr. Elizabeth, our academic director and mother away from home. She took us under her wing and helped guide us through this new adventure. She helped all of us achieve our goals and reach our full potential. I would like to make a point of saying how gracious we are that we were given the opportunity to walk the paths of this beautiful university, learn in the classrooms, and interact with fellow students here at Texas A&M International University. Thank you to each and every one of you. Now I would like to start talking about the amazing and awe-inspiring group of students sitting on the stage behind me. I would like the audience to note that in front of you are your future doctors, nurses, physical therapists, accountants, engineers, politicians, teachers, and lawyers. Today we are a family unit of students completely integrated and at home with one another. But at the beginning we weren't so close-knit. I think everyone behind me can testify that we started off divided into groups based on our previous high schools. During our first year we had groups like SWAT, VACA, graciously named by Roy, JMAP, and BC. And yes, we really did have names. As this time Our friendships were solidified the first year, and there was an unspoken understanding that we could count on one another for just about anything. After our first year, we became a family. During our second year at the academy, everything seemed to change. Our focus shifted from survival to our futures. We weren't able to spend as much time together because we were faced with many realities, such as jobs, college applications, and the cost of college, which led to second jobs and scholarship applications. Because we were each preparing for new adventures, we were no longer able to hang out as much, but we all knew that no matter what, we could always turn to each other for help or friendship at any time. We will all be going our separate ways and following different paths in pursuit of our dreams, and we will change the world as we go. Without a doubt, we will face difficult challenges in the upcoming years, and our paths will be filled with ups and downs. The distance between us might grow farther, but we will always be just one call or text away. The bonds and experiences we have created here will impact us for years to come, and we will always have a special place in our hearts. Personally, I know that I will take something from every friendship I make here. You see, when you have a class as small as this, you get to know people's personalities, beliefs, and values pretty well. And from each of these students, I have learned something that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. From Angelina Salceda, I have learned the importance of standing up for what you believe in and the true value of friendship. Through meeting Carla, I have seen what it means to be friendly, spontaneous, and outgoing. I am so happy to have spent these last 2 years with her, and I hope that some of her warmth stays with me. Roy works 2 jobs and he is extremely busy, but he has never turned me away when I needed a favor. Roy has shown me what it takes to be strong, resilient, and an amazing friend. I got to know Andrea during our fellowship with UT Health Science Center this past summer, and I hadn't spoken to Derek until fairly recently. But both of these individuals have shown me the importance of being kind, caring, and helpful to those around you. Victor cannot be described by words. Victor isn't afraid to speak his mind, so from him I will always remember the importance of being yourself and not keeping your personality for anyone. Alan Rodriguez and Angie Maxwell have the unique ability to be extremely sarcastic but also very thoughtful at the same time. Alan always makes a point to make an appearance wherever he's invited, and Angie can always lighten the mood. Although they are aware, both of their thoughtful actions have shown me the kind of friend that I hope to be in the future. Lionel introduced the Academy to Anime and has been the person I go to whenever I want to talk about the latest Nash episode. Leo has shown me the importance of being a reliable friend and a courageous individual. From Richard, I have learned the value of having a balance between school and fun. Richard has the effortless ability of making people laugh and smile at any time, even before one of Professor Blackwell's exams. From Jesus Maria, our new TAMIU student government president and student council president, I have seen what it takes to be a leader that others can depend on, trust, and look up to. Paloma is very quiet, but she has a big personality, and she is someone that everyone strives to be because she is truly beautiful on the inside and out. Sam has amazed me by how quickly he embraced the Laredo community and culture. We all admired him for trying new things, even when he didn't like them. And by watching Sam adjust and adapt to our community, I learned so much about our culture and was able to see things in a different perspective. David is an amazing, intelligent, and hardworking person. He has been a great friend who always tells me the truth, whether it be good or bad. David also reignited my love for reading and was my go-to person on everything Harry Potter. David has been an exceptional friend, and from him I have learned how to get back up, dust yourself off, and keep going no matter what life throws at you. George, or Andy as we know him, is one of the friendliest people in the academy, and I hope that someday I can be as approachable and kind as him. I will also never forget Andy's laugh. He has one of those contagious laughs that make everyone around him smile and laugh along. Leo and Max are the ones everyone turns to when something is broken. Both of them are extremely talented and brilliant individuals. Pablo is also an extremely dedicated and hardworking individual that is always willing to lend a helping hand. From Max, Leo, and Pablo, I will have learned the importance of persistence, determination, and hard work, as well as what can be achieved through all these qualities. of how organized you are. Tiffany and Cassie are also very hard workers, great friends, and easy to talk to. And I want to thank Tiffany because I was freaking out earlier and she helped me. Edgar is very athletic, and I watched him carry the flag football team this past year. I respect Edgar so much for aspiring to fight for his country as a U.S. Marine. I will always be grateful for your service. From Dorian and Gio, I saw a tremendous amount of creativity in Gio's drawings and style, and in Dorian's freestyle rapping that I had the privilege of experiencing. There is so much to say about the Valedictorian Sophie. She has inspired us all through her trip to India. I'm also amazed by her willpower to be a vegan in Laredo. Sophie pushed me so much, and from her I have learned the priceless value, unwavering determination, and where that persistence can take you. Lastly, in the past year, I have become extremely close to Melissa Ferreira. Together, Melissa and I have tutored at the University Learning Center, binge-watched Netflix episodes, attended movie premieres, and pushed each other to be the best versions of ourselves. I want to say thank you because she also helped in writing my speech, and she has been there for me so much this past year. Melissa has become my best friend, and from her I have learned how to see the best in people, how to trust others, and what it is to be a true friend. I know in the future you all will continue to hear wonderful things from this graduating class. We are the class of 2016. I would like to conclude by saying that this class in front of you is the most intelligent, outgoing, successful, brilliant, and attractive class to ever graduate from the Texas Academy of International Studies. Thank you.
Dr. Keck, I certify that the graduates whose names will appear on the official graduation list have completed all work required for their diplomas and are in compliance with the policies and regulations of the Texas Academy of International and STEM Studies. On behalf of this community of scholars, the faculty and staff, I recommend that their diplomas be conferred.
By the power invested in me, by the authority of the enabling legislation creating the Texas Academy of International STEM Studies, from the Board of Regents of the Texas A&M University System, and following the recommendation of the academic faculty, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree to which you are entitled with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Graduates may now move the tassel from right to left.
Will the marshal please escort the candidates to the stage? Roy Aldridge. John Samuel Alawan. Pablo Arenas III. Annalisa Cristel Ayala. Leonel Baldazo.
Katie Barajas. Dorian Ray Benitez. Derek Hutchinson Burr. Leopoldo Díaz. Maximiliano Díaz. Melissa Ferreiro. Gabriela Cristina Flores. David E. Garcia II. Michaela Janelle Garcia. Jonathan Garza. Andrea Hernández. Edward López. Paloma Michelle Lozano. George Andrew Martinez. Megan Nicole Martinez. Richard Alexander Martinez. Angie Maxwell. Edgar Montelongo. Abraham Núñez. Mariana Rubí Obregón. Sarah Marie Ortega. Jesús Eduardo Padilla. Tiffany Pérez. Adelie Tristan Perkins. Alejandro Rendón. Adán Rodríguez. Giovanni Emanuel Salinas. Carla Cristina Santiago González. Angelina Dominique Salceda. Luis Rolando Salceda. Eric Guadalupe Treviño. Cassandra Marie Vasquez. Talitha Sophia Wisner. José Pepe Zúñiga. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the Texas Academy of International Express 2016 graduating class.
Several weeks ago, I was having lunch, and I'm going to turn to the audience will allow me. I really want to speak to these guys. Several weeks ago, I was having lunch in Dusty's Diner, and the subject of high school graduation came up. And someone asked the kind of question that an old guy like me sometimes likes to hear, sometimes no. The question was, well, do you remember your high school graduation? Yes. How long ago was it? Well, the answer is it was 51 years ago this week. And I remember it as vividly as if it were yesterday. It was in San Antonio. It was in beautiful St. Luke's Church. I was graduating from Texas Military Institute, an Episcopal school, so the service ceremony was in the church. The speaker was the Bishop of the Diocese of West Texas, Edward Holland Jones. All of us students adored Bishop Jones. He was warm, he was kind, he was brilliant. Everything that a human being could possibly want to see or think, and I can see him standing before us. I can see his beautiful robes. I can hear his voice. I don't remember one single word he said. I couldn't possibly tell you. I'm sure he said, work hard. I'm sure he said, be good. But I can't remember a single thing. Now it falls to me, at the end, to try to leave you with something so that 51 years from now, you won't say, I can remember Dr. Cat. He thought he'd fall backwards off the stage, but he didn't. But I don't remember a single word he said. So I'm going to try to push back with a lot less capacity than Bishop Jones. So I may not succeed. When faced with a difficult problem, when I hear a student with a difficult problem, when a friend of mine has a difficult problem, when a member of my family faces a difficult problem, where does one turn? Where does one look? The Sermon on the Mount, perhaps? I would recommend you read that again about every month for the rest of your life. Emily Dickinson, I turn to her repeatedly. I keep one of her poems on my desk to remind me. The first line is, all but death can be adjusted. And whenever I hear or see a problem, I ask myself, is this death or not? And usually it's not. That means it can be adjusted. Those are both wonderful sources. But there's another organizing concept, two pole or opposite possibilities for human life, ways of organizing your thought that I come back to all the time. And it was an observation made by Sigmund Freud. And he said, humanness, or human life, has two parts, love and work. Everything is a part of either love or work. I think about that every time I confront a difficult problem or a difficult decision. And I want to briefly say a couple of things about each. I'll start with the easier of the two. Which one do you think is easier? Love or work? Work. Yes. Start with work. By work, I mean a vocation. By work, I mean the thing that gets you out of bed every day and keeps you excited and going, irrespective of the rewards and irrespective of the challenges. Our hope for you is that you find that spectacular work. And I happily had lunch with all of you, and I know some of your dreams. They're wonderful. That calling, that vocation, that delivering of yourself over to something wonderful, something too big to ever fully understand or dominate, will organize your life and your waking hours. I can tell you that driving to this university every morning to my job as president, I come joyously. It's not a job. I hope that is exactly what you will find. That's our greatest wish for you coming out of an academic study. You find something so wonderful, so big, and so exciting that you can think about it the rest of your life, and it will never bore you, and it will never be a chore. Now, the more difficult, love. Love comes in many different forms, as you know. You all are just beginning to begin the arc of your life. You will encounter another person that will become your soulmate, your other, your mirror, the center of your life. You will have families. You will have friends. You will associate yourself with organizations that you love. I'm sure you agree with me, we all love this university. We also love the teachers in it. We love our families. Love each other. As you move through this life, ask yourself, is what I'm doing honoring that love? Is what I'm spending my time on the work that fills my soul? If the answer to those two questions is yes, whatever else you decide, whatever else you do, it will be right. Congratulations, Senator Sapierini said it, you were pioneers. You broke open the door for everyone coming. We are proud of you. We are excited by you. You will be the role models for the future of this academy. Mr. Staggs has created this opportunity. Dr. Keene has enhanced it with the Health Science Center resources. This university belongs to you in a unique way for the rest of your life. As you pursue your work and as you learn about love, remember this tremendous opportunity. Come back, help us continue to make this possible. May God bless you and Godspeed.
Seniors, so happy for you and so proud of all you have done. Your list of accomplishments is stellar. Bitter in that today you close the chapter on the Texas Academy of International and STEM Studies, and tomorrow you turn the page and start a new chapter in your life. You have been an amazing class. I could not have asked for a better group of young men and women who constantly challenged the status quo. They never accepted mediocre. It was always, well, yes, but what if? Stay passionate about your dreams. Embrace life and continue to make us proud. Parents, thank you for entrusting us with your children. Your love and support make our jobs easier. Today is a very proud moment for all the moms, dads, grandparents, brothers and sisters, family and friends. Your children will be forever etched in the history of the Academy, the class of 2016. Senator Saffarini, thank you for writing legislation that provided an accelerated curriculum to motivated students and an innovative alternative to completing high school. We will be eternally grateful for the opportunities that this program has provided. Frank Staggs, on behalf of the students, thank you for your love and support. You have provided the Academy students a jump start on their post-secondary education, and words do not adequately convey what your generosity has meant to us. Dr. Keck, the Academy also owes you so very much. You have been the wind beneath our wings. On behalf of the Academy students, we would like to thank you for making the Academy a reality. Dr. Mitchell, you know these students very well. You taught them for 4 semesters, and you shared with them the essentials of how to succeed in a university course. Thank you for your guidance. In closing, seniors, I want you to know that it has been my honor and my privilege to serve as your principal. I count my blessings every day because I have a job that I love, and it is because of you. I want to take a saying that Cassie shared with me, and it's on her motorboard, and as I reflect on the past 2 years, I think to myself, how lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so very hard. Love you guys. Congratulations, Texas Academy of International and STEM Studies, class of 2016.